that? My start. Something interesting.
So in November, I found out that my church was going to the Dominican Republic with SCORE International. In January of 2020, I was like, yes, I need to go on this trip. And it was for doctors. It was a group of doctors and medical professionals, but they said that anyone who wants to come, anyone is welcome. I don't know what I'm gonna do on this trip, but I wanna go and I wanna help.
Yeah, I was 17 years old. That was the last year in school. I was not interested in English. I was not thinking in anything about that. I passed all the tests. I just needed one, which was English one. And I remember that a guy, I was sitting with a guy with me, and the teacher let us help each other. He had a book. He has an English book. So I just did the same. I just copy everything too. And then he borrowed me the book. He said, take the book, I don't need it anymore. And then he finished with his test. And the teacher said, okay, just give me the test. Give it to me, it's okay. You passed already. Just go. Because the teacher was desperate. He wanted to go to. And then I started every single day. Started to study English every single day. Didn't stop. The book really caught my attention. They all the time used to tell me, hey, you're gonna get crazy. You, every single day reading that book. I used to read like 5 hours was the maximum time until I started to speak English. And I found an English institute. Where I last 2 years studying English.
Before I committed to going on the trip, I talked to my school. They had said it was okay. Then the week after, they announced their financial crisis where they were millions and millions and millions of dollars in debt, and they would not be approving any more time off. But I had already said I was going. I knew that God wanted me to go. So I said, I'm still going on this trip. And my principal basically told me that the district would fire me if I went, or they would suspend me for a couple days. And so after about an hour of contemplating what to do, I was like, no, I need to go. Like, God was telling me I need to go on this trip. So I decided to go, even though I didn't know it was gonna happen. And my district ended up doing nothing when I returned. But anyway, I ended up deciding to go on this trip.
I remember that I was without a job, without work, and I was in the gym, and I started to see a guy going to the gym, and that guy caught my attention because I heard him speaking another language. But yeah, I talked to him. I was very excited because I was speaking English. So the guy speaks English. Then I asked him, what does he do here? And then he told me that he worked at SCORE as a translator. And then I was like, what? I asked him, how could I be a translator? Because I really would like to be a translator, to be around Americans, around people who just speak English. And then he said that he was going to introduce me to the group from SCORE, from the translator. And then I was like, what? That easy? I was like, wow, that is God. that is God, because it was like, wow, amazing.
While I was in the Dominican Republic, I went to a school and there was a class and they were learning American Sign Language. They were deaf students and they were also learning Spanish, and it was my two favorite languages, Spanish and American Sign Language. I took them both in college, and so when I went to this school, I was kind of still deciding whether or not I wanted to move to the Dominican or when would be the right time to move. But after I went to the school, I just really felt like, okay, I need to come here. This is what I'm supposed to do. And so I interviewed at a school here, Las Palmas, and they offered me a position, and then I accepted it.
Immediately, the company, the group, the boss in the group said, we need translators. That was gonna be the day when I saw my beauty queen, when I saw my girl from God. We were in the bus, and I was so happy, so excited. One day more, meeting new people, having new friends. And then I started to talk with some that I met, and Kayla was in front of me. I saw her, and she was like the most white person in the whole bus, and the most white in the whole bus. And I was like, wow.
No, I was not the palest in the group. There's no way that I was the palest person in the group. I think it was just Mariana's imagination.
But she never talked, never say anything. And then one of the lady that I was talking with asked her a question or something like that. And she just moved her head. Just moved her head. I didn't even hear her voice. She just used to smile, giving that beauty smile.
Also, I talk. I don't know why Mariano thinks that I didn't talk on this trip, which, okay, to be fair, I read a lot. And then, like, when I'm on the bus, I like staring out the window. But I definitely talk to people, okay? I did talk. You just didn't hear me talk.
And then I used to look her tattoos. Only time that I see her, the first thing that I see was her tattoo. And I asked her if I could touch her tattoo because that really caught my attention, her tattoos. And then I touched her hand. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's the first time we touched.
Yeah, I touched her tattoo.
My group got to know some of the translators, and one of the translators stood out to me. Just the way he talked about God. I think we only had one real conversation, one night that I was here. He just lit up, like he got so excited and so passionate when he talked about God. And even though he said a word wrong, I knew what he meant, and it was funny.
Okay, then I saw the little group, and in that group she was there again. She was there in the group, and then they were talking, and then I sit down with the group, and then we started to talk. Then I started to talk, I don't remember what. I think it was about God or something like that. Not what I know at the time. And I remember that I said a wrong word. When everybody really started to be silent was when I said that word. And then I was like, what did I say now? What? And then Kayla understood everything. Then she started to explain. I can say the word now.
What is it?
The word is focus. Okay? No, I won't say it. It's focus. Okay?
And on the last day of the trip, no, it was not the last day of the trip, but it was Mariano's last day, and he was saying bye to everybody in our group. He came up to me and he was like, bye, and I was like, I don't know why I said this, but I did, and I said, I'm gonna be teaching here, so like I might see you again in September. And he just burst out laughing, like would not stop laughing. And I was like, really? Okay, bye, just go. If you're gonna laugh at me, just go. And he walked away. And I asked him later on, because I was like, I need to know why you laughed at me. But he doesn't remember why he laughed. I think it was because he thought I was this little pale white American who can't handle the Dominican Republic. And he's probably right, but I have God, so I have survived the mosquitoes and the heat. I don't know how.
After that, she went home. She flew home to the United States. I think it was after a month. I saw her in Facebook and I added her, and then she accepted my request very fast. And then I sent her a message. Do you remember about me?
And I was like, really? Of course I remember you. You laughed at me. You laughed and would not stop laughing at me when I said I was moving to the Dominican Republic to teach. So yes, I remembered you.
Actually, I surprised a lot when she first answered and she used to answer me so quick, and then I was like, wow. And there was like more interesting. Like she became more interesting.
And Mariano added me on Facebook. I accepted it because I thought there was no chance that some guy who was 5 years younger than me, well, almost 6 years younger than me, there's no way he was going to ever like me, that we would get along, that we would be able to connect and have conversations. We speak 2 different languages, but I don't know. God did it all.
I don't like to talk through Messenger a lot. I don't really like to talk through Messenger. So I sent her my phone number. At first I was like, probably she won't write me because I don't know.
And I thought, oh, we can just be friends. You know, I want to practice my Spanish. And he told me he wanted to practice his English. But I have a feeling that was not totally his purpose in talking to me.
But then I saw her message and was like, hey, it's Kayla. Is it work? Whew. You don't want to know what happened after that.
But anyway, we started talking and yeah, we never stopped. He was very funny. He still is very funny. I don't laugh. I don't pretend to laugh when things are not funny, but he's a very funny guy. So, yeah.
That's how we met. Whew. Was amazing. We never stopped talking.
I'm doing fine. So ease your worried mind. Sit back and close your eyes. Yeah, this land is a paradise, and the people are so very nice. I'm happier than I've ever been in my whole life, Cause there's no line at the supermarket, the shelves are always stocked. No one robs or rapes or slaughters, you can leave your door unlocked. The butlers have their own butlers and they tip with priceless gems. The streets are paved with iPhones and no one lives on them.